Testing. What do you guys think? Here to answer some questions, field some doubts, maybe illuminate a little bit. What's up, USA? How's it going? USA for life. How's it going? We're doing a little Ask a Vegan Q&A tonight. Thanks for being here. So why do you think Beyond Meat's not healthy? State your case. I'll give you my position on it. And welcome to my room. There's a few of you in here already, so that's great. A lot of misinformation out there on plant-based meat. And a lot of that information, almost all of it that's kind of channeled into mainstream media is control narrative driven. Can you explain what vegan is? Well, vegan is reduction of harm as far as practically and possibly. So it's not perfection, but it is, you know, if you don't have to contribute to the 80 to 90 billion animals culled a year, then we just don't do it. Okay, well, USA, I would, I'll tell you that animal meat's definitely not healthy for you. I mean, there are a few things in it, like plaque-promoting cholesterol, copious amounts of saturated fat, hormones, growth factors. IGF-1 is also something that's in meat. It's called insulin growth factor 1, and it kind of amplifies, it can amplify tumors and stuff like that, and it's not good if you have any kind of precancerous conditions. There's also cortisol, which is a fear hormone, something called heterocyclic amines. These are compounds found in the stomach that come from when you cook meat at high temperatures. There are effectors that catalyze TMAO in the stomach, which is also cancer correlated. So all that stuff's in animal meat. Now, Beyond Meat, I'm not going to say is healthy, but I will say it's healthful, and on top of that, I'll say it's much healthier than its animal-based counterpart. So, there's little sodium, but essentially it's plants that are brought together through heating, cooling, and pressure, fortified with vitamins and minerals. Yeah, it's not that crazy with animals. I mean, there's a lot of there's a big process involved. They're on a large level. They're much more processed than Beyond Meat. So, what do you guys think? Any newcomers in here? In Grim Reaper, you can do it. You can do it. Vegan is reduction of harm as far as practicable and possible. So that's what vegan is. We don't eat meat, cheese, milk, or eggs, seafood, or honey. We leave the animals alone, and that's about it. Have any of you guys tried any of the plant-based meats? Where should you start if you want to go vegan? Well, first off, you want to make sure you want to go vegan, right? I mean, I can point you towards foods, but that's not really a strong why. The why comes from, really making the decision that you're going to take yourself out of this gamut and not appease the 1%. Yeah. So find your why. Your why is very important. You need to. It'd be great if you checked out a speech called "The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear" on YouTube by Gary Yourofsky. In fact, I don't know if you have a phone that you can scan with right now, but this speech is by a guy named Gary Yourofsky, and he lays down 1 hour of every single reason why you should be vegan and why there's really no excuse in 2025 to eat animals or secretions from. So if your why's strong enough, you'll find the food you want to find. I mean, there's vegan versions of everything out there, you know? Beyond Meat's just one of them. But Beyond is definitely a lot healthier than its animal counterpart. Like, look at this. This is the effective list of the ingredients in a ground beef from a cow. So, you know, this is the chemical breakdown. And the meat lobby has made it so the meat industry has the luxury of not putting any of that on their packaging, which is quite sinister if you ask me. Because a lot of people, and you gotta love them, they still think the only ingredient in beef is beef, and that is fallacious. So, Mommy Miker says, see, nobody watched when you aren't just rage baiting. Okay. Honestly, guys, I still don't know what that means. Grim Reaper says, okay, cool, I'll try it. I'm trying to find healthier options if that helps somebody out. Absolutely. Definitely do it. You can find plant-based versions of everything, plant-based meat, plant-based hot dogs, plant-based cheese, plant-based milk. They're all out there, and guess what? They don't have plaque-promoting cholesterol, all the crazy cocktail that I just lamented off. It's not inside of your food that you're putting into your body, which is, guys, it's like the most intimate thing you can do. You're literally putting, you don't want to put death, like a festering putrid death, into your body. And I know it sounds harsh, but I mean, this is the fact of the matter. The reason why it sounds silly is because you've been taught to understand hearing something like that as silly, unfortunately. Especially with people that have high metabolism and lose weight fast. Now, meat is too good, I can never. You could, USMC, you could. And, going vegan is awesome for, being an example too. I mean, I guess you're in the military. I mean, I think a true steward, a true protector would be vegan, wouldn't harm helpless children. I mean, chronologically, a lot of these animals are children. I mean, they're very small and they're very helpless and they're vulnerable. And we pay a farmer who's only interested in money to take a big knife and slit them ear to ear, just so somebody can go, I mean, that's not very macho, if you ask me, but, Carnivore is the way of the human diet. No, carnivore is not the way. It's carnivore, you can eat Beyond Meat or you can eat regular meat. Animal meat, here's what's in animal meat. Plaque-promoting cholesterol, saturated fat, IGF-1, hormones, growth factors, heterocyclic amines, TMAO, cortisol. And then you get the death, like the spiritual effects, death, slavery, rape. You're eating all that. You're putting that in your vessel, or your kids are eating that, putting it in their vessels. This is not healthy, guys. Beyond Meat, you get the same seasoning, texture, the mouthfeel, that kind of fatty, robust, awesome flavor, fortified with vitamins and minerals, fiber from the plants. You don't get that in the carnivore diet. You don't get that from meat. Plus, you're paying for a system that is leaps and bounds more benevolent than paying for a random farmer and giving him and rewarding him with some money so you can kill a helpless child. Like, chronologically speaking, these animals are children. So I know it's crazy when I put it like that, but that's exactly what's happening, guys, and that's exactly what's in meat. So I would challenge you to try a plant-based meat. It doesn't have to be Beyond. I'm just using that because it's probably the healthiest of the plant-based meats. Right, we're one of them right now. USMC says the amount of pesticides as well clearly kills the animals in the fields anyways, or makes them sick and vulnerable to prey as well. USMC, check out my short that I put on yesterday. It's called Vegan Debunks Crop Deaths, though. And I kind of go into that with what you're saying right there. So I won't give you my response, it's very long-winded, but check out my short. And anybody here, if you want, like and subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm here to just impart information from what I've learned being vegan for 11 years and now being active as a vegan on the streets, interviewing people, you know, left and right for the last almost year now. Got a lot of interviews up on the channel. Most of them are in the lives. But yeah, you have to take into account, USMC, that animals are fed plants. This is kind of the crux. Animals are fed plants, and the cow is a very inefficient biological machine. So the cow intakes 8 units of energy, it gives about 1 out. So if you're concerned about pesticides and the rodents and all that stuff, you'll be vegan too, because that is the reduction of harm that is the most practicable and possible. You'll kill 8 times less plants and proportionally affect the collateral crop death damage if you are vegan. 8 times less plants, 8 times less crop deaths. So kind of cool. The Truck Commander, moles, ground squirrels, snails, mice, and snakes. Wesley, check out my short I just put up. It's called Vegan Debunks Excuse, and it's about debunking the whole crop deaths excuse. It's under my shorts. It's one of the videos I just put up. It'll enlighten you to the fallacy of that notion. This is the most popular one you guys got. I know, trust me. You just can't wait to say it, you know, but it's very fallacious, guys. Very fallacious. Anyway, it's just me and you guys tonight. I'm not on the street. I'm not out there talking to people. I'm out here, you know, just talking to you guys. If you guys have any cool questions, or you want to learn about being vegan, or you want to learn about plant-based meats relative to regular meat and how plant-based meat is leaps and bounds healthier and better for your body, better for your kids' bodies than eating a dead animal. Anyway. We're not carnivore, dude. Wesley, we're not carnivore. We're opportunistic omnivores, carnivores, cannibals. We're opportunistic in all of these things, but by design, we're herbivores. These little teeth right here, these teeth in the back, those are herbivorous teeth. Those are not carnivorous teeth. They're not omnivorous teeth. Our digestive systems are perfectly copy and pasted from herbivores. Look about how attuned you are with your senses, and when you see like dead flesh, could be dead flesh, whatever, on the road or in nature, you don't get hungry. That's not something that makes you hungry. Even if it was a live flesh, like a live animal, live deer, live cow, you don't get hungry. Come on, we're herbivores. We get hungry, we want plants. That's what we eat. We're not carnivores, guys. You don't got fangs. No, man, you spelling it wrong, dude. You got the wrong word there, Wesley. It's all good, bro. It's all good. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think Beyond Meat is healthy or not healthy? What's y'all's take on it? Because I'll tell you one thing, putting all this in your body, that's the effective ingredient list from ground beef from a cow. That ain't healthy. And also all the stuff that I just drilled out to you that's also in there. Plaque is this really nasty substance that gets into your blood vessels, and it's catalyzed by dietary cholesterol. So your blood vessel goes from like this, and upon consuming too much dietary cholesterol, myocardial infarction. It's not good for you guys. Simon nailed it. It is better than meat. You nailed it. So I'm not here to say it's healthy. That's kind of like the trick thing with this thing. I'm not saying it's healthy. This vegan is not saying Beyond Meat is healthy. If you want to be healthy, you want to do the best thing for your body, then what you're going to do is go whole food, plant-based, veganic, no oil. And maybe you want to top that, source all your food from a vertical farming unit. And there you go. There's your crop deaths thing right out the window right there. But that's not what we can do right now. We can just do our best to do what's most practical and most possible. So we can do our best right now. And we can all go vegan. We can get to baseline. Baseline is taking the animals off the table, and we can eat Beyond Meat if you want to eat meat. You can eat Gardein or any other brand where you're not voting for direct animal exploitation. Now, Jack, grass-fed it's ethically just as bad, Jack. Ethically just as bad. You're taking the life of somebody that doesn't want to die. So we're here for ethics. I'm talking about health, but the crux of my channel is ethics. But this is something that I think would pique people's interest to know that it's definitely much healthier than animal meat. But if it's grass-fed and grass-finished and the animal gets belly rubs and back scratches, they play him a little Kenny G, you know, and then kind of soiree him into the slaughterhouse, he still has to see the merciless slash of that, you know, money-grubbing person that just that needs the money. And he gets his whole life taken away from him. So it's not very nice, and it's not ethical. SF, sure you do. If there were plants that were out in nature and you were hungry, you would get hungry if you saw a plant. It might be a certain kind of plant. It might be, you know, maybe some more than others, but you're not going to get hungry if you see an animal, no matter what. I'm sorry, but when I see tomatoes and I see carrots and I see things like, you know, if I'm borderline hungry, you know, that will make me hungry. So it is pretty genuine. Yeah, exactly. When you see a mango, I get hungry when I see apples, you know, even bananas. So just use your intuition, you know. You're not getting hungry looking at a live cow, especially one that you're not, like, hunter-gatherers never, you know, it's such a wussy thing to do, kill a cow too, because the cow is such a big, beautiful animal and he's harmless. And we're these big bullies, you know, going over, taking their lives for yum taste pleasure, and then saying, you know, and giving a farmer money, rewarding a farmer with money for doing something abhorrent, disgusting, childish, something we need to move on from, guys, in 2025. Those plants for uses. Oh, here we go. Plants and trees. And Jack, if you believe that to be true, please watch my video on crop deaths, debunking the crop death argument. I just put it up yesterday. It can also be seen to debunk the whole plants have feelings thing. So watch that video. I won't go on a long-winded tangent, but if you can watch it, you know, that'd be great. But it comes down to the fact that, you know, what do animals eat, guys? What do they feed animals? Yeah, got to keep that in mind. You got to keep in mind energy conversion ratios. Basically, cows have 8-to-1 ratios, so it's not very optimal. Kill a lot more plants when you're not vegan. You murder a lot more plants. There's some plant rights activists in here when you're not vegan. Somebody says, cows are really stupid. That's a great question. Clacy, why not eat eggs? Eggs are very cruel as well. Unfortunately, male chicks on their first day of life within the egg industry, they're thrown into an industrial grade blender. They're ground up alive, just blood, guts everywhere. First day of life. They have like a, you know, multi-year, 7-8 year time horizon, and first day of life, see it. And you pay for that when you pay for eggs. You pay for those little chicks to go into that little blender, unfortunately. And they're not healthy. They're loaded with cholesterol, guys. They're not healthy. I mean, they're terrible for your body. There's choline, which is correlated to cancers. There's saturated fat, tons of plaque-promoting cholesterol. You know, they're just, why do it? And you're still saying to a sentient being, and you're essentially saying to somebody else, your body, my choice. Your body, my choice. So that's why we're vegan, because we don't believe in that sentiment. We don't believe on exacting that on others. No, it's dietary cholesterol, Dan Bob. You don't need that. In fact, it's harmful. Interested to know your opinion on people who hunt to survive in places like Alaska. I know it's niche, but I'm interested to see your thoughts on it. Yeah, I mean, if they hunt in Alaska, now, not just if they hunt in Alaska, but if they need to hunt in Alaska, if it's a necessity, if their life literally depends on it and they can't find any other way to feed their family or themselves, then I would say that would be a justified thing. like they have to do it. Now, that being said, if they don't have to do it and they can find a way to source readily available vegan options and get vegan options, then hunting is unbelievably unjustified. It's literally unaliving somebody, taking their time horizon from them, whatever amount of time they had left on this beautiful planet, and saying, your body, my choice, I'm gonna kill you to get my gun off so I can feel whatever, feel the thrill. And then I'm gonna feed you to my family so I can tell my friends I just fed my family a deer I hunted, a helpless youngling that can't even stand up for itself, which is akin to like a 12th grader beating up on a third grader in high school. It's pathetic. Just for that trivial reason. But if you have to hunt and you're in an area where you have to hunt, I mean, who am I to judge you there? We all have to do what we have to do to survive. We didn't ask to come into this world. Our parents willed us and said, you're coming into this world. We have the right to do what we have to do to survive. So, Simon, I'm not trying to bring religion into it. I hope that I really don't want to bring religion into it. Stop having babies. I mean, honestly, it's probably a great take. Probably a great take. What about carnivorous plants? Jack, you're pulling out all the gymnastics tonight. Jack, we're at an impasse with you, okay? But look out for my video collection. I'm gonna have probably up to 10 videos of both debunking like ridiculous non-vegan excuses and a compilation of 10 videos that address different barriers to veganism. In fact, if you look at my channel, you'll see 2 of the turning points videos. One's on freedom, one's on fish don't feel pain. And I am interviewing top leaders in their fields and getting their take on these things. I'll be getting 8 more of those turning points out and 9 more of the debunking ridiculous eye roll excuses. I mean, just because you feel bad doesn't mean you have to come up with these ridiculous little things to float out there. At a certain point, it just gets tired. And it's a little childish. I hope I'll always have enough meat to not become like this. That's interesting. Human babies drink milk, cow babies drink their mother's milk. Simon, you nailed it. That's it. Why are we drinking the milk from another species, dude? I mean, everything in that white liquid, from lipids, sodiums, proteins, IGF-1 hormones, growth factors, everything in that white liquid is perfect for a baby cow that's trying to grow into an 800-pound just bovine monster. But then you put that into a child, a little one, and they get to puberty quicker. Girls develop quicker. They get their periods sooner. There's different cancer risks, even preliminary traces of cancer in young ones when they're given milk, and heart disease. As far as the meat goes, you can find early traces of heart disease in boys and girls as young as 9 or 10 years old, and we just keep inundating their bodies with it. Pigs dream in the house. Team vegan showing up. Watch out, guys. Yeah, milk, eggs, and meat are bad. Exactly. They're terrible. And not only are they bad. Oh, cool. Did you like them, Pigs Dream? I've had them. I just had them the other night, actually. I went to a vegan restaurant, an ethical vegan restaurant in, near where I live, and they had them on the menu. Yeah, they're really good, right? And like full disclosure with Beyond Meat, guys, I mean, they're not perfect either as far as, everything that goes on, kind of behind the curtains. They have to, do certain things, but when you vote for Beyond Meat, you are voting for non-animal exploitation. You're voting to not directly exploit an animal, okay? And as time goes on, Beyond will be able to scale and be able to completely absolve themselves from, doing any kind of testing against animal-based meat. But on a net basis, we can agree that there's a lot of misinformation out there on Beyond Meat, an awful lot. And that eclipses everything. all the deceit, the lies, the inundating us with misinformation via the meat lobby, and basically taking them down and almost destroying their company, actually, as of right now. And that is, in effect, hurting a lot of animals, unfortunately, because if somebody goes in and displaces, and they're going to buy meat, and they displace their meat purchase with a plant-based purchase, that's nothing but a net plus for the animals. And it's an absolutely disgusting thing what the meat lobby is doing to Beyond right now. They are just they're also playing on people's intelligence, and they're insulting people's intelligence, because people believe that Beyond Meat is so much less healthy than animal meat. It's absolutely it's the epitome of evil. It's the epitome of evil, what they're doing. So Beyond Meat does not have plaque-promoting cholesterol. Oh, cool. Buy one, get one free? Yeah, heck yeah. Absolutely. That's awesome. Yeah, the BOGO deals you got to take advantage of. Awesome. That's awesome. Beyond Meat has no plaque-promoting cholesterol, no saturated, it has a little bit of saturated fat, no hormones, no GMOs, no growth factors, IGF-1, no heterocyclic amines if you cook it properly, no TMAO. This is a really terrible compound that if you eat meat, it's in there. It also doesn't have all this. This is the ingredient list from ground beef from a cow, which the meat lobby is very, very nice. Or the meat lobby is very, very good at making sure that the meat industry does not have to list this on their packages. All they gotta say is ingredients beef or ingredients steak, which is complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. Okay, here we go. Plant killer. Please look up my video debunking the crop deaths argument. You'll see where you really actually you're not looking very smart with that sentiment. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got a Piers Morgan fan in the house. Yeah, Clint, please look up my video. Please, you're making yourself look like an idiot the more you say that. Please watch the Aussie Farmer talking about crops. Oh my God. I'm gonna guess you're referring to the one that Jack and Tash spoke to. I know, it's crazy, right? Oh, they are living things, you're right. But, sentience is an emerging property of a CNS in their brain, and plants don't have those. So they're not sentient. They are living, but, they respond to stimuli. I touch my phone, and something happens when I touch my phone. It responds to stimuli. But, I mean, come on, don't be an idiot. The sign says, is Beyond Meat healthy? Yes or no? Most people in here, I think, are saying no. But the thing is, guys, when you vote for the other one, animal-based meat, you're not only, buying something that's terrible for your body, but you are voting for rape. These animals have to be raped. You're voting for that. You're saying, I'm somebody that believes in rape. So think about the implications there. I'm somebody that believes in murder. I'm somebody that believes in slavery. One of my favorite quotes is by Paul Watson. I heard it recently, that if you want to find out where you would have stood back in the times of slavery, don't ask yourself where you stand on slavery now. Ask yourself where you stand on animal rights now, and that will tell you where you would have stood back in those times of human slavery. It's pretty profound, pretty harsh. But when you vote for these meat, cheese, milk, and eggs companies, and you vote for these systems, you're saying, in rewarding a farmer with money, you're saying that you want to see more of this in the world. We're talking rape, slavery, murder, oppression, violence. And there's no way around it. You can gymnastics all you want, but it's absolutely abhorrent. It's the craziest behavior, and we are archaic. Our technology is beyond the moon now. We're going to Mars, and we're still doing this to these poor, helpless, sentient beings. Hey, Carrie, what's going on? Exactly. That's all it is kindness. That's all it is, guys. It's a beautiful thing. And right now, tonight, today, you have the opportunity to pair that spread of your values and your actions, because I know most of you in here are vegan at heart. And I can stress test that, by asking you, if somebody was kicking your dog, or if you saw somebody on the street kicking a dog, would you intervene? And if you would, you're vegan at heart. If you're against animal abuse, you're vegan at heart. But we're all going around doing this dumb shit, paying money, rewarding people for killing helpless beings, making people wealthy for trivial taste pleasure, 3 times a day. Trivial, we don't need it. Nutritionally, we get everything we need from a plant-based diet. So, Shante, I'm sorry the logic baffles you. There are 3 stages of truth, guys, just so you know. Ridicule's always the first one, always. And the second one is violent opposition. That's the second one. The third one is acceptance. And eventually, the arc of history remains. Every injustice will end. It will end. And there's some people out of their own choice, but some of the brands like Beyond Meat are full of unhealthy things, and some others are healthy. Well, I mean, it sucks that I have to bring slavery into it, but that is integral. It is integral to understanding, veganism. But believe it or not, Beyond Meat is probably the healthier, in the top 5 healthier plant-based meats. I mean, can you name me some of the unhealthy things in it? Maybe I'll challenge you right now. And don't look it up. Don't look it up. Tell me some of the unhealthy things that are in Beyond Meat right now. Let's see how genuine you are. I'll wait for it. Slavery is still going on today, but there are legal parameters around it. And trust me, I understand there's still a lot of oppression and crap going on today, but at least there's legal parameters around it, which there will be to eating animals as well. Savannah, which oils? You gotta tell me which oils. All right. So the oils that they use now they use avocado oil. They used to have the unhealthy seed oils in there, and they decided to swap them for avocado oils. So not only did they do that, but they actually added fava beans and lentils, and it's plants, guys. It's plants aggregated through heating, cooling, and pressure. That's it. Fortified with vitamins and minerals. Yep, avocado oil. I think they don't use coconut oil anymore. Pigstream, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just avocado oil, at least with the newer rollouts. So, and then pea protein, they fortify with vitamins and minerals. You'll find 2 grams of fiber per serving with Beyond, tons of protein, complete amino acid profile, tastes just like meat, if not better. No cholesterol, no hormones, no IGF-1, no plaque promoting effectors, no TMAO, and then you don't have to vote for slavery, you don't have to vote for violence. I know it sucks to hear, but that's what you're voting for. That's what you're putting your money towards when you're voting for these really abhorrent systems. The vegan teacher part 2. Someone the other day said, the vegan teacher's son. Oh, you know what? She's doing good work, so I can only be flattered. Stacy, have you even tried it? Have you even tried it? Because I'd say give it a shot. Vegan meat. They have chicken, they have beef, they have hot dogs, everything now. You can get whatever you want. And you lose nothing on the taste end and gain everything on the ethical end and the health end. Oh God, the choreographer. Yeah, and you know what? The choreographer, we're not perfect. Vegans know we're not. The definition of veganism is the reduction of harm as far as practicable and possible. Nobody can be perfect. To literally live, you are imperfect. You'd have to unalive yourself to be perfect. But if there is an option that reduces harm as far as practicable and possible, shouldn't that be the moral imperative? I would say so. And that's what vegans are doing. We've just identified an injustice that has no reason to be going on at all. And the fact that we don't need anything nutritionally from animals leaves us with very stark implications that we need to use our intelligence with and evolve now in 2025, take ourselves out of this racket of rape, violence, death, and oppression. I mean, we can eat meat, we can eat Beyond Meat. You know, we can eat cheese, we can eat Via Life cheese. We can have seafood, we can eat good catch seafood if we want to do that. Or we can be super healthy and we can eat whole food, plant-based, veganic, no oil. So, you know, there's just no excuse to eat animals anymore. Hey, Mako, I appreciate that. You know what? He's right. My handwriting's terrible. Always has been. You know, I'll take that blow. I'll take that blow. You know, but it's just my handwriting, man. I'm sorry. Touche. You can also eat nothing. You could eat nothing. You could die. Like I said, the most ethical way to be on this planet, the most perfect ethical way you could live would be not to be alive. And then Shanti says he's lost it. It's a shame that that's how it's seen. You know, the truth is patient, guys. The truth is very patient. He already the same level of crazy as that vegan teacher. I mean, he literally just said you have to unalive yourself to be perfect. And he idolizes her. I don't idolize her. I just think she's doing good work. I mean, she's, you know, she's a vessel of like truthful information. You guys are all, you got warped by the control narratives, and we all are wounded to an extent by control narratives. So, you know, it would be stupid for me to sit here and attack you. We're all interconnected. But please, if you can, check out Gary Yourofsky's best speech ever on YouTube. Check out Dominion on YouTube. Yeah, thank you, Carrie. Exactly. There's a lot of resources out there. If you have a phone on you, scan this. This will give you the link to the best speech ever by Gary Yourofsky. Please scan that. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you're vegan, definitely subscribe. If you're not vegan, subscribe as well. So maybe I can show you some pretty insightful information that will help you do better for you and your family, your health, and the animals. Mainly we're here for the animals, and everything else just kind of, you get bonuses on all ends, guys. When you go vegan, you get bonuses. But yeah, this is just a little Q&A. I'll be doing this once a week. Tonight is Beyond Meat healthy, yes or no? And I think most of you think no, but the answer is actually no. But it's healthful, and it's much more healthy than its animal counterpart. But if I'm gonna say healthy, I'm gonna say whole food, plant-based, veganic. That's healthy, right? That's bulletproof. But Beyond is 10x, maybe 20x better for you, your health, than eating animal meat. And guess what? It's 1,000,000 times better for the animals, because you're not voting for a helpless little child to die. It's not exemplary, guys. It's not macho. Thanks, Pig's Dream, for putting that up there. Yeah, guys, there's the link. Check that out. That is a very insightful speech. I think it will enlighten you guys to a lot of things. Definitely check that out. I'm going to sign off. I meant to do this for about 20-25 minutes. We've had some pretty good engagement, so I went on a little longer. If you get a chance, check out some more videos on my channel. Please check out the video, the short that I just did. It's 3 minutes long. It's called Debunking the Crop Deaths Though Argument in 3 minutes. Share a like, comment. You know, I'll be here once a week doing these Q&As, once a week doing the fast food vegan, where I eat fast food in the car, and then I'll be doing street outreach on Sundays now. Street outreach might be moving to 1 day a week with this weather, and we'll be interviewing people on the street, asking them why they're not vegan, giving them cards, shaking hands, kissing babies, that kind of thing. If you want to know what I'm talking about, check out my other videos, mostly my lives. That's where I do all the interviewings. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Thank you, vegans. Thank you, non-vegans, for being here. I appreciate the engagement. If I came off as harsh, it's because the truth is harsh. And I'm not here to attack anybody. I know we're all interconnected. And, I hope you can get this information and utilize it. And go vegan. All right, Pig's Dream, good night. Carrie, good night. I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye, everybody.